you are back with the Aries Alchemist for another general tarot reading. This one is for all humans of Earth. So if you are a human and you are on Earth instead of Mars, this is for you. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. What's going on? Okay, we're starting off with the King of Wands in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse. We'll clarify those. Is this your king? Okay, so far this is starting off, looks like it's about relationships. So you got the King of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Knight of Swords in reverse. So somebody is just not feeling very confident right now. They feel like they made some reckless decisions, and those decisions are coming back to bite them in the butt. It's like you were semi-aware of what the consequences could be, but you were like, oh, it probably won't happen to me. And then it did, and now you're like, oh, man. Then you have the King of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm getting the feeling that this is about somebody being a sneaky little cheater, unfortunately. Now, this could be you, or it could be your person, though. Either vantage point. You know what your storyline is. You know what you've been doing, friend. But whatever's going on, it might not be like, what's the word I'm looking for? You might not have like evidence of the cheating if this is the other person, or if it's you on that end. You know, your person might not have evidence that you've been doing anything, but there's like a tension in between you guys when you're in the same room that you just know that something is off. Ace of Cups clarified by the Six of Pentacles, though. You're just being asked to love yourself more. That's what's going to resolve everything else. You don't have to try to fight for this relationship. You don't necessarily have to try to get evidence or proof about what's going on. You don't even have to justify the reasons that you don't want to be with them anymore. You can just start loving on yourself, and everything else will work itself out. And I think that's going to be your title. Then you have the Seven of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Seven of Cups. So it's like if you do decide that you just want to bring it up and go ahead and talk about it anyway, you're going to get half-truths. You're not going to get a satisfactory answer. It's actually going to make you more frustrated than you are hearing this reading and kind of knowing what's going on. Or it's like if they start asking you, you're not going to really know what to say because you haven't even sat down to figure out, what did I really do this for? Was it even worth it? Do I even feel anything about this other person at all? You know, there's going to be a lot of just unanswered questions because there hasn't been enough stillness for you to know what's going on in a deeper sense. Obviously what's going on is that you guys aren't happy together, but it's like, why aren't you happy together? Is this something that can be worked out or no? You won't know until you start loving yourself. Nine of Wands in reverse, clarified by the King of Wands. So this is like the last leg of this part of your life. Once you resolve the issues that you have around this relationship, it's like you'll be moved up another level and you can have other things to worry about. This was like a training day almost. Let's see, what are some keywords? So these keywords are on plants, but I don't know all the plants well enough yet. Humility, that's the dandelion. Ephemeral, that's the daylily. And brighten, calendula. So if you want to make a little tea out of these, that would actually be very helpful. I know the dandelion and calendula together, those are really good for grounding you and just helping you feel better about your life. But the words themselves, it's really all about you being in as good of a mood as possible. Even if you just found out this way that you happen to be getting cheated on, that does fucking suck, verifiably. But you're in control of how you react to things. You don't want to make it worse by just like stewing in any negative feelings that you might feel because of this. So part of that is being humble in the sense that you don't want to be so prideful that you're just being mad because you need them to see you upset so that they can have pity and do what you want them to do. It's really just like you have to accept that things are what they are and understand that it's your job to regulate your own feelings. What are some crystals that may help? Citrine, which goes really well with the calendula actually, and moldavite. People be so scared of moldavite, but I had it for a while and it only made me pass out once, okay? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. It did make me pass out once, but you shouldn't be afraid of it. Moldavite is really good for protection, but also for healing and transformation. You'll want to carry this close to your heart. So you can put it in your bra, or if you have like a shirt pocket, that would be very helpful for you. And then citrine is all about just success and good self-esteem. So self-esteem, a healthy self-esteem is part of loving yourself properly, which again is one of those things that's going to help you resolve whatever comes up as a result of the situation. Some affirmations for you. Write these down. Say them at least over the next 7 days. At least. I trust my intuition to guide me. I choose to laugh at the absurdity. Oops. And I allow my feelings to inform me. So both of these are about your intuition. That's just letting you know, again, you don't have to wait until you get tangible proof of what's going on because you already know how you feel. Whether they were cheating or not, honestly, or whether you were cheating or not, you guys just don't feel that great about each other anymore anyway, so the relationship was already going to be over. You can trust your intuition on that. And then nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary. So I know that we wish usually that when a relationship starts off good that it's going to last forever, but you know, it doesn't. You learn what you need to learn and then you move on, and that's okay. And you can laugh at it instead of cry about it. If you need to cry, that's fine too, but laughing is gonna do your one better. Something from your spirit guides. We got enter the magic and listen to your heart. Numbers 6 and 7. So things are lining up for you, but this is about living in the now, and it says seize the moment. So it's more so telling you just not to dwell on the past. Things are what they are. Dwelling on what has already happened won't fix it. Do think about it so you can make sure you learn your lesson, but don't let it completely consume you is the key here. And then listen to your heart. This is about awakening your psychic abilities. So some of the stuff that you know as far as your intuition goes, that's you using your magic to kind of see what's going on. So learning how to really hone that skill is going to be important for you. And learning how to trust it. From the moon deck, don't let your past hold you back. And conclusions are within reach. So with this, don't let your past hold you back. It's going to be really important for you to, again, like really love yourself so that the next person you meet, you're not holding them accountable for the sins of the person that you're currently with. You want to do your best to start people off on a blank slate and give them a fair chance, because this is about to end and you'll find out why, so there will be no real reason to judge everybody else based off of this interaction. Begin to explore, admit your vulnerabilities, and grieve your losses. It's important for you to allow yourself to grieve. So even though I pulled that one last, I'm going to start with this, but grief is not just for death. The end of a relationship, especially if you guys have been together for a while, like it's okay to give yourself space to grieve that. And then you can also give yourself permission and space to grieve all of the things you'll never get to do. Because it's like when you have somebody in your life that you feel is going to be constant and steady, you start thinking about all the things you'll be able to do together in the future. So you do have to grieve the fact that like that shit's not going to happen, at least not the way that you saw it originally, and know that that's okay. This begin to explore is you exploring things that you really like for yourself. What do you want to do? What really piques your interest outside of this person? Because it's like you guys kind of got so mixed up in each other that you kind of lost yourselves a little bit. So begin to explore is more about exploring who you are now as a result of this relationship as well. And then admit your vulnerabilities. You don't have to go through all of this by yourself. It's not time for you to like date somebody else romantically or anything, but you can definitely lean on the support of your friends. That'll help lighten the load. It'll also give you a nice healthy distraction and different perspectives to help you along the way. A little something from your ancestors. Know the crumbling and play. So this no is about you not begging them for answers, not getting chaotic, not assaulting them. Somebody needs to hear that, but really just letting it all go, letting the relationship go. The crumbling, there's light at the end of the tumbleweeds. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes everything gotta fall apart before it can come back together in a way that's more sustainable for you. And that's what's going on. So what are you clinging to right now? That's the question for you to ask yourself. This could be an idea. It doesn't even have to be this person. It could be an idea that's really holding you back. But hash that out, but know it'll be over soon. And then play. It might feel like this is not the time to be playing around, okay? My heart is broken. I am sad. But this is how you're going to not be so sad and heartbroken. Allowing yourself to still have fun. And let's leave off with a cannabis oracle. For some of you, you might just want to grab a joint. Ponder over it at the lake. Something like that will help. Grab a drink. Sit on top of a mountain. There's no mountains by me, but that does sound like fun. Lemon cake. This is a sativa, energizing, but it's the death card. Very interesting, actually. It says everything is temporary. There are ends and beginnings, and in between, there's transition. Embrace it. A bada bing, bada boom. That's pretty self-explanatory. So that's what I have for you guys today. If anything resonated, of course, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all that jazz. Whenever you guys engage with me, that leaves your energy imprint so that these videos are more likely to make sense for you specifically. So very important. And then if you'd like a personal reading to know more about what's going on in your storyline, you can book with me through the link in the description box. All right, y'all. Peace.